Hi there, it's Kirsty here, and today I'm going to talk to you about the reasons why you must stop worrying today and what effects that has on us as a human being. But before I dive into that, if you're a massive worrier and you recognise that sometimes the worry turns into stress and turns into anxiety, then stay tuned because I'm going to give you some hot tips today to be able to overcome that in the next 24 hours. This show transforms your life from the inside out, because who doesn't want to live a fulfilling and happy life? Welcome to the Kirsty Show. Now, I've worked with people for over a decade in all sorts of areas of issues, from stress to anxiety, chronic pain, overcoming confidence, etc. And the number one thing is that worry is a massive trigger for a lot of this. And the most incredible thing about it is that it doesn't actually exist on the outside of us like most people think. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But before I do, make sure you subscribe below and do say hello. I'd love to hear who you are, and any comments you have going along through this video, then please feel free. I'd love to hear any questions. And also remember, if you've got any friends who also worry a lot, then do send them this video and get them to subscribe too. Now, at the end of the video, I'm going to be telling you an amazing announcement about a 5-day free training that's coming up that you can be part of if you'd like to overcome anxiety and stress once and for all. But I'll tell you more about that at the end. Now, let's dive back into the training today. Why we need to stop worrying. Well, the number one reason is that worry is nothing more than using your imagination in a negative way. It's a future thing that hasn't happened that the mind gets tangled up in and goes off into story with. So it isn't now, it hasn't happened, and it's definitely in a future moment, which means that actually in this moment now, can you do anything about a future moment? No. You might be able to take some actions, do certain things to support things that you might be doing as a future person, but you can't actually time travel and know what the outcome is. So actually using your imagination in a negative way has nothing but a physical effect on you as a person, because what you focus on, because your mind and body are completely connected, which you know that's true, because if you're hungry and somebody walks in with freshly baked bread and that's your thing, and what happens, your mouth starts to salivate before you've even eaten any of it. It's because your mind and body are completely connected. So when you focus on negative imagination in a future moment and you go over and over and over and over again, dissecting, coming back with stories, dragging past evidence into the now and making a big sort of flamboyant story, what happens is that worry, which is all made up by the way, instantly affects your physical being, because your mind and body are connected. So what happens is you start to feel deflated, your energy levels drop, you feel anxious, your heart rate starts to increase, you feel like overwhelmed, like you can't do something, like oh my goodness, and it gets to a point where it's a crescendo, like your head's going to blow off. So what is the point of that, really? Because I don't know anybody in my experience who's ever got anything good out of worrying. And I might as well just ask you this question. How's it working out for you? Good, bad, indifferent? Yeah, exactly. It's just not, is it? It just causes you loads of stress. So science, research proves that 90% of what we worry about never comes to fruition. And actually, if something doesn't turn out how we like it, then why don't we just deal with it in that moment, rather than creating some fabricated scenario in our heads that just leads us to feeling exhausted and also feeling rubbish and down and depressed. It's a waste of life. Worry is a waste of life. Now, I can relate to you because I have 3 teenage sons right now who are growing and developing and, doing things like experiencing life. And sometimes as a mother, there are certain things that want to come into my head that look like worry. But what I have learned to do, and I'm going to share with you today, is a technique so that I don't spend all night, every night, waiting up, worrying, thinking, oh my God, are they alive? Are they dead? I trust that the process is absolutely fine once certain things have been put in place, but I'm going to share that in a minute. So worry is a waste of life, and 90% of it never comes into fruition, and we can't time travel, so what's the point of it? Absolutely nothing, apart from it gives us a physical effect of feeling completely and utterly rubbish. So, how do we overcome this? The multi-million-pound answer. How we overcome this is, first of all, as soon as we recognise that we're in a state of role play, future role play, past role play, going over scenarios, situations, regurgitating them, reenacting them, making them into something elaborate, feeling like I'm going to be nauseous, like I feel like I'm going to throw up, I feel so ill over the situation because our minds have just gone off into right. When you notice that, and you know what that is because you've been there before, haven't you? Then what you need to do first of all is you've got to put on a break instantly and go stop, right? Stop. Because you're being irrational, illogical, and you are causing yourself physical health damage, right? So you need to stop. You remember what I asked you before a few minutes ago? When have you ever worried and it's worked out great? Never, okay? It just makes you feel ill. So you must put that break on first of all. Now, the next thing I want you to do is get a piece of paper and pen, take the situation, whatever it is, worried about kids, money, finances, relationships, friends, whatever the thing is, work, and take that and write it at the top of the piece of paper, okay? So I am worried about blah. And this is what I want you to do, is you're going to do a brain dump on this because you need to get this out of your system and onto paper and in that bin. So what I want you to do is I want you to tap into the feeling behind this and write about how it honestly makes you feel, how it makes you feel. And write as long as it takes until you've got nothing left to write. And then as soon as you finish, you need to go, get up, and you need to either rip it up and put it in the bin or set it alight, but preferably somewhere safe, like outside, if you're going to do that, so it can return back to dust. Because what we need to do is we need to get out of your subconscious and onto paper and out of your system. Right, step one is write it out. So get it out of your system. Now, step two is actually more important because you don't want to go back now. You want to now go into a good place. So the only time we can never have worry is if we're in a future thought or in a past thought. We can never be worried if we're present. So what we need to do is get you into a state of being present. And how you do that is you're going to have an affirmation. An affirmation is basically a positive statement to distract you from going off into that repetitive story again. I'm not like a massive advocate on like affirmations, but I think they're brilliant to be able to like just break a pattern and stop like habitual storytelling that leads to stress and worry and overwhelm. So I use them for that, but I don't believe that you just go happy life, happy life, happy life, happy life, and suddenly, oh, you've got a happy life. I think that's kind of like a little bit, it's like positive thinking. Like positive thinking is not a solution to something being positive. Having a great mindset and setting intentions is brilliant, but going, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy all day like a robot is not necessarily going to make you happy. You've got to take action, right? So only reason why I use an affirmation is I want to break that cycle and that pattern, and I want to give you something different to put your focus on, because you have a choice of where you put your attention. So all you're going to do basically then is put your attention on something, on an affirmation to break that pattern, which may be something like, I trust. And then you get up and go make yourself a cup of tea. Or go outside and have a stretch. But you're going to do something that moves your body so you can get out of this cycle, okay? So they're the three things you must do to break the worry. Remembering that worry has got, oh my goodness, it's got no positive outcome, ever. It's never a great thing. It leads to nothing but grimness. Grimness, I'll do. So the quicker you learn to stop worrying and stop repeating this like self-sabotaging behavior, really. It's like almost getting like a baseball bat and beating yourself up all day long, because that's what worry is. It's just ridiculous. In fact, you've got to stop now. No more worry, because worry will not get you out of a problem. It will not make you feel better. In fact, it will make you feel 10 times worse, and the thing that you're worried about will probably never come into fruition anyway. And even if something is happening in your life currently that does feel overwhelming, then worry will not make it better. Promise. What worry will do is make it 10 times worse, because you'll feel so rubbish. So you must stop the worry today. And also that the impact of constant worrying on your body is going to have a negative effect on the cells of your body. And you don't want that, because you want your cells to be strong. And being a worrier makes your cells weak, and you don't want that. So put your focus onto things that serve you. And sometimes we just do go through rough times, financial issues, children, relationships, and that's just life, right? Everybody does. But the person that gets through it the quickest is not the worrier. The person who gets through it the quickest is just like accepting of this situation and moves through it without worrying anymore. Because you know what? It will all work out, I promise. At the end of the day, it will work out. It may not unfold how your mind has told you it's going to unfold, but that's because your mind is telling you rubbish all day long. But it will unfold okay, and in some cases better. So stop the worry today. Now, if this has been helpful, sorry, a bit of a lecture there. If this has been helpful, then I'd love to hear your responses below. And I'd absolutely love it if you shared it with anybody who you also know is a big worrier, because it's a biggie, this, you know. Life's too short to be spent in your head lost in worry, okay? Because you're going to miss all the magic here. So share this. Do subscribe below. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on if you like it or not. And remember that I'm here if you need me. So just leave any comments or questions, and I will get back to you and answer them as quickly as possible. Now back to my exciting news, the 5-day free training course. So as promised, I have got the most exciting thing coming up ever. I am going to be doing a 5-day, not all day by the way, 5 days in a row, free live training on how to overcome anxiety and stress once and for all. And it is open for grabs for a limited edition for a limited amount of time. The training will be on Facebook. You will be speed observer of it. I'll be doing the training, but there will be a Q&A time, so you get your chance to speak to me one-to-one if you wish, and ask me any questions that I will answer at that time. So if this is something you would be excited to do, or you know somebody would be excited to do, remember it's limited places. So I'm going to put a link below where you can just go and leave your details. Underneath that link is going to be another link to the Facebook group that's to this course that you can also join, so you can see what's going on, be part of the journey, ask me questions, etc. I'll also put any other relevant links to any other videos that I think would be relevant for you to watch after this. Otherwise, have a fabulous day. Remember to subscribe below. Remember to share and take care. Stop the worry. Deal? Speak to you later.